What is the one thing that can really create a strong marriage and a strong family? Well, if we're going to be real, there's more than one thing that can actually make this up. But there was actually a study done that I want to share the statistics with you of and the results of with you. And this study was looking at what led to strong families. What were the 7 characteristics that ended up leading to strong families? All 7 of them are important, but today I'm just going to focus on one because I believe it's one that is not focused on enough. And while it might not be the one thing, if you only do this thing and nothing else, then it's going to transform your marriage, it's an important part of everything that goes into how you focus on your marriage. And here is what the study found. In the book, Fantastic Families, which looked at these 7 characteristics of strong families, one of these characteristics that needs to be talked about more, that's important for strong families and strong marriages, is quantity time. Now, here's the thing. Typically on social media, in the news, and talking to friends, you'll hear people say quality time is what matters. Even if you can't spend the most time with someone, if you can at least spend quality time with them by doing the most things in the couple of hours you have together, then that's enough to make up for the lack of quantity time. But if we actually look at the research, which is very important to us at Marriage Helper, we have a very strong core value of unshakable truth and looking at what we do through the lens of social science research, then what we see is that quantity time, how much time you actually spend with someone, with the people that you love, is more important than the quality of that time that you have together. Quantity time is more important than quality time. Many of you, if you've followed our YouTube channel or the podcast we have at Marriage Helper, you may know that me and my husband, we are blessed to have our 2 children. We adopted them from India at almost 5 years ago at the date of this recording. And here's what I can tell you. My 2 kids are the greatest blessing that my husband and I have in our life. And when my son was just born and when my daughter was 2 was when they had been surrendered at an orphanage. And for several years, they weren't held. They weren't loved. They weren't touched. And I can tell you what they needed was quantity time from someone who would love them. Even if they had a minute or 2 a day of a caregiver paying attention to them, it wasn't enough. The quality of the time didn't matter nearly as much as the quantity of the time that they needed to feel loved, to feel seen, to feel cherished. My 2 older sisters experienced the divorce of my parents before my parents ultimately remarried and had me as a result of their second marriage. And one of the things that I can tell you, my parents were divorced for 3 years, and my 2 sisters experienced only seeing my dad every other weekend. But they didn't need my dad only every other weekend. There were 10 days in the middle of that where they had questions, where they wanted hugs, where they wanted the presence of their father, but they didn't have it. They couldn't have it during that time. They needed quantity time, but they had the quality time, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't what truly built the strong relationship within them. Marriage, it's exactly the same. You can have a great date night. You can have an amazing trip once a year. You can do some really fantastic things that lead to really great quality time. But if you're only connecting with each other one night a month, 1 week a year, or even 15 minutes a day, if you're not getting the quantity time you need, then how can you actually attach to each other in your marriage, in your family? Quantity time is more important than quality time. Now, that's not to say, because I can already see the comments on YouTube now of people saying, okay, I'm just going to sit 8 hours beside my spouse and be on my phone the entire time. Let's use some common sense and some common logic. Yes, clearly quality does play a part in this, but how about we abolish the idea that if we can just fit in super high quality to our busy jam-packed schedules in a short period of time and check it off our list, that maybe that's not the right way to approach building long-lasting relationships, especially in our marriage and especially with our kids. Perhaps it is a perspective change, not to how short of a time can I get some high quality interaction with, but how can I change my perspective and change my mindset and change my behaviors to where I'm actually valuing spending the time with my spouse, my husband, my wife, with my kids that we actually need to be a strong family. And that's the key here. Realizing that in order to create a strong relationship, it takes intentionality, it takes time, and it takes doing the things to build that together. So, what does this mean for you? Look over the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months, and start to make some changes. How can you create more quantity time with the people that you love and you want to have long-lasting relationships with in your life? And then begin to do the things to make that happen. Should it also include some really quality things of going on date nights or going on a family vacation? Yes, absolutely. But that shouldn't be the only time that you spend together. If you're struggling with having the kind of marriage that you want to spend quantity time in, and you're thinking, we just don't even know each other anymore. I don't even know if I like my husband or like my wife anymore. How can I decide that I want to spend more time with them when all we do is fight or bicker or have conflict or whatever it might be? We can help you. We can help you transform your marriage to where it's not something that you just feel like you have to spend time in, but that you want to spend time in. And we can do that by helping you in speaking with one of our intake specialists. You can book your free call now by going to marriagehelper.com/book now, BOOKNOW, speaking with one of our intake specialists to hear about what's going on in your relationship and see how Marriage Helper can help to make your relationship better than it's ever been before.